Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna be sharing my Smile Direct Club journey. I'm gonna be talking about the entire process, the cost, my experience, and the final results. So any of you who don't know what is Smile Direct Club, they are an online dentistry company. They evaluate everything for you and then they make treatment plan for you, and once you approve, once you like everything what you're seeing, then they make clear aligners for you and they ship it to your home, and you just follow through their instruction and everything is done at home, and you do the entire process at home by yourself. Of course, if you have any questions or concern, there's a customer service. You call them up and they get back to you with all your answers. So I'm going to be sharing all my experience, my process. I know everybody is different and there are some people who have really good experience, there are people they had like a bad experience. So everything is I'm going to be saying is all my experience, all my opinion. This is not a sponsored video at all. They don't even know me, so everything is based on what I thought, what I felt. So I had bunch of problems and it was making me really insecure. I was getting really uncomfortable. There was a time I would not even smile for any picture. I would not show my teeth anywhere in public, and I was extremely comfortable. And I was seeing Smile Direct Club ads all over the social media, and a bunch of people were talking about, and I knew regular orthodontists charge $5,000 to $6,000, so for me it was like a lot of money, and I was not willing to pay that kind of money for my teeth. So I was kind of, holding back a little bit, and just it was reaching the point. It made me really uncomfortable smiling or laughing in public places. So I just figured there is no harm checking them out, and let's see how it works and what they do and what kind of results people get. So the very first step is to get your treatment plan. And how you get your treatment plan, there are two options. You can either call them up and they will send you an impression kit, and you have to make your own impression. There's a process, there are instructions, and you just have to follow through. And then once you have the impression, then you mail them back, and they will evaluate everything, and then they will make a treatment plan for you. Everybody has different kind of plan. Some people get like 3 months, some people I've seen like 9 months, 6 months. It depends, how your teeth are, what kind of treatment you need. And the second option was, if you have like a close by Smile Direct Club office, which I had. I found out like 20 minutes away from my house, so I just felt that's a lot more convenient. I didn't want to call them up, and what if I make mistake and I don't do it properly, then I will have to do it all over again. So I didn't trust myself, and I just called them up, and I made an appointment, and I went there, and they did all the 3D scanning, or they took lots of pictures, questions, answers, expectations, all sorts of things. They did the survey, what I'm looking for, what are the concerns, problems, everything. And they told me I will receive an email with my treatment plan, and if I like it, they can go ahead and start the plan. So once I had my 3D, all the scanning done, all the question answers, they explained everything so well. So they gave me a bunch of goodie bags. They gave me this. This is Bright On. This is like a UV LED light to whiten your teeth. It has like a 2 whitening pen and LED light and a travel case. So this was like a goodie bag, kind of free. I got it for free. It had a lip balm. It was cute. It had 2 pens, and if you run out, you can buy your own. You can buy like from same company, or you can buy like a different brands from Amazon or something. So I got this, and I tried like actually for 2 weeks I tried, and it made some changes. I mean, I'm a big tea and coffee person, so It did not change completely, but it definitely made quite a bit difference. So after the 3D scanning, I came home, and actually then right next day I got the email and showing the whole treatment plan. My treatment plan showed it will take 5 months to fix my teeth. So I was so happy because they advertise their cost is one-time payment is $1,850, and I think there's another option if you do installment. So that was the total cost, $1,850. And I just heard everything what they had to say, and I told them, let me digest, let me just think about everything, and I will get back to them. And I came home and I just kept thinking. I wasn't sure if I should go ahead or go to a regular orthodontist, and I just forgot about them. And this was in May 2019, last year. So that was all the scanning, everything happened in May. And then they kept emailing me about the plan, you should try, you should do this, you should do that. And I kept ignoring, and I was obviously at the same time I was very uncomfortable with my teeth. I was like very insecure. So on 4th of July, they sent me an email, like a special one-day deal. It will cost me $1,650 if I order my aligners today. $1,650 cost sounded even better, so it was like a $200 discount. And that moment, I think I was having a bad day that day because of my teeth, and I just decided I'm gonna do it. And I ordered the same day. I think on July 5th I ordered my aligners. So total cost for me, I paid all in once upfront. Total cost for me was $1,650. And once I ordered, they told me my aligners will arrive in about 2 weeks, but it arrived like little under 2 weeks. So my aligner arrived in this box. It was a nice, very nice and organized packaging. I love the packaging. Right now it's filled with all my used aligners, but it was pretty organized. It had all the instructions, and there was a cage. There was a cage here, and you just pull every week a new aligner. So it was like a month 1, week 1, month 1, week 2, month 1, week 3 and 4. So every month there was 3 aligners. You repeat week 1, week 2, and then 3 and 4 you repeat those weeks. So I started middle of July, and I was supposed to be done in middle of December, and I was super excited that I will be done with this thing before holidays, because in December holiday time I was planning to go make a Disney trip. So we had a vacation plan already set up, and I was super excited just right before, and I will be done. So the process started. First month was not good. When I put the first aligner, I didn't feel much, because it was like pretty much like my teeth shape, and my teeth were all messed up. So I put it on, and I didn't really feel anything. But second week and third week was, my goodness, it was disaster. I was like in pain so much. I had to take like Motrin. It was so tight. I felt like when I was removing it to eat something, I felt like my entire jaw is gonna come out, my entire gums gonna come out. It was super tight, like so much pain. I cannot even describe how much pain I had. And in the beginning, I felt like it's such a complicated process. I was supposed to wear like 22 hours out of 24 hours. You only take out when you are eating and drinking. You cannot do anything else. You can drink only water while you're wearing. So 22 hours is a long time, and it was so much effort. Like every time you take out, like you wake up in the morning, I took out, and then I drank my coffee, then I had to come back and brush my teeth, floss, then put it back. Then same thing for lunch and for dinner, for anytime like you're drinking tea and coffee. So it was such a complicated process, it felt like to me. And in the beginning, like I would say first 2 months felt like such a long process. I started to skip like lunches or breakfast. Like I would just drink in the morning coffee, and then I would feel like I'm just gonna take out like dinner time, because I don't want to go through that taking out and then putting it back, because removing was really hard. It was like my entire jaw is gonna come out, and it was so tight. So in the beginning, first 2 months, I skipped a lot of things. Like I wouldn't eat breakfast, I wouldn't eat lunches. I actually lost a few pounds just because of that. I just thought it was so complicated, I'm not gonna do it. And so the second month and third month was even worse, because the second and third month's aligners were so sharp. Tight plus sharp. So entire month, like I had cuts. My tongue was cut. My gums were all cut and swollen. Like I was in pain. First 3 months were terrible. I was like, I was so mad. Like, why did I do this? And another thing was, I felt like it was such a inconvenient thing. I was hesitating, like doing any social act, like hanging out with friends, any social kind of events. I would feel like, I don't want to remove, if I'm going somewhere out, I don't want to remove my eyeliner in public place. So I felt like all the social activities were really inconvenient. But because I kept thinking, I have to think about my teeth, how bad I felt, how embarrassed, how insecure I was. So I just kept pushing myself, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna be over very soon. And that's what just made me like, keep moving, because I would just look at my old pictures and think, how bad it was. And getting into Smile Direct Club, when I started, I thought even if I get 50% result, I would be happy, because where I was very unhappy with my teeth and with my smile. So I did not have like, huge expectations. I started with just thinking, even if I get 50% improvement, 50% better where I am, I will be happy. So that's something, another thing you have to keep in mind, where you are, how unhappy you are, because everybody's different. If you have really like a big problems, maybe you need to see like one-on-one kind of thing. So the month, month second, month third, month fourth, month fifth, they all somehow I made it through. And when I was like 2 weeks before my plan was supposed to end, about like a second week of December or something, so then I called them up. According to the instruction, they said, when you are like 2 weeks away to the finish line, you call them up and they will send you your retainer. You buy the retainer. Each retainer lasts about 6 months and costs about $100. So I ordered my retainer, and that time they were having like a holiday special. If you buy 2 retainers, third one will get free. So I spent $200 and I got 3. So I thought, I'm done for 18 months with the retainers. So that was another good deal for me at that time. So right before, I knew next week is my plan is about to be over. I was wearing my last set of eyeliner. And I just felt like, I'm about to be over with this thing. And there are some little details that I wish they could fix it. I wish if there is a way somebody can have a look and see if that can be fixed. So I called them back again. I told them, I'm a little bit unhappy with some small thing. Is there a way anything can be done? And they told me, take a bunch of pictures in every angle and send it to us, and we'll see what we can do. So I did the same thing, like same day I did it. I took all the pictures and I emailed to them same day, and they got back to me like third day. I think I called them up on Friday and they got back to me on Monday. And before I did that, I did lots of research, like what is the process about it, if you reach out to them for reevaluating, and everybody said really negative thing, like nobody picks up phone, customer service is terrible. And it was I have to say, it was really opposite. I called them up like around late afternoon Friday, and doctor actually emailed back on Monday morning and saying your reevaluation has been approved, and you call us back for your another 3D scan pictures, and we will send you another plan. So one side I felt like I wanted to be over, but then another side I felt like I came through so far, like there is no point of just like skipping a little bit if it can be even a little bit better. So I called them back again and I asked them, can I come in as soon as possible? And they gave me like a second day appointment, and I went back again and they did the whole scanning, everything, the same process like a first time. And then they made a new plan for me for another 2 months. So another 2 months worth of aligners. So I got that. But this time they told me it's gonna take a little bit longer to arrive because now the holiday season is there. So it took about full 4 weeks. So from December 15 to January 15, 1 month, I was just wearing my last set of aligner. I went with my last set of aligner to Disney, my vacation, and then by 15th of January, my another 2 months arrived. So my 2 months again started from middle of January to middle of March. I called them up again about my retainer. I told them the whole story, what happened. I got my retainers, but they're not going to fit me because I had another 2 months worth of treatment. So they told me they will give me a credit. I can just throw those retainers and they will ship a new sets of retainers for me. So I got my new sets of retainers, and I started wearing my retainers from about March 15. And I wore my 2 weeks, first 2 weeks I wore my retainer just like aligners, full 22 hours. So this is what I'm wearing now at night. This is my retainer, and it just looks like aligners. Aligners look exactly like this. Retainers are differences only this is a little bit harder plastic and made a little bit with different chemical or plastic or fiber, so it lasts much longer than compared to aligners. So now I just wear only at night. I'm supposed to wear about 7 to 8 hours roughly, and other than that I'm just fine. I don't have any other concern and problems and issues. Everything is okay. So I'm gonna show you guys before and after some of my pictures, and then you can see the progress, you can see the journey. And as for final thoughts, I would really think if you do not have a major problem, it's really something drastic you need to change, then you might need to go see a doctor, orthodontist, and see in person, that someone who can really listen all your concern and problem. But if you have slight problem, slight to a medium problem, within the range, you would see, if you go to their website, you will see so many results before and after. If you think you are one of those categories, I would really suggest that it's worth it, because first of all, it's affordable, it's economical. 5,000 versus 1,650 or maybe 1,850. It's huge price difference. At least for me, I wouldn't spend $5,000 on me. So that was a huge factor. Another factor was if you go with traditional braces or even Invisalign, it's much longer compared to this. It takes about somewhere between 4 months to 9 months depending upon where you are. So it's definitely time saving and tons of money saving. So if you are someone who has a lot of concerns, a lot of issues, and you want a human face, you can talk to someone one-on-one, then maybe it's not for you, because there's no doctor where you can just go and talk. You call them up, the customer service will listen to you and they will pass your message. If it's something important, then they will connect you with the doctor. But it's always gonna be by email and by phone. So if you're not comfortable communicating through phone and email, then maybe it's not good for you. But if you think you are okay, then I think it's a good solution. I am happy. I think it's not 100%. It's not, my results are not 100%, but I would definitely say somewhere between 80 to 90%, I would say the result, which is more than what I was expecting. I went into this thing thinking even if I get 50% a result, I will be happy. So I'm at 80-90%, which is more than what I was expecting. So you have to make sure you do lots of research before you go in. You should have all your answers, all your concerns before you start the process. And even if during your treatment, if you have questions or if you have concerns, something is not working out, do not hesitate to call them up. And Customer service for me, in my experience, customer service was great for me. I had good results. Journey was painful, little bit stressful because of all the sharpness and tightness, but when your teeth are shifting, so you expect, like, that was expected to have some sort of pain, and I took Motrin or Advil, whatever you can take. I was trying to change my teeth and there was a trade, so I just had to go through with the pain and inconvenience, but it turned out to be good and I'm happy, I'm satisfied, so that's all I care. So there you go, that was my whole entire journey, my experience, everything. I would love to answer any other questions if you guys have. This is totally not a sponsored video, everything 100% is my opinion, my experience. Thank you so much for watching this. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.